Aries, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus and Ascendant. Welcome to Reigning Tarot. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking out the channel. If something doesn't resonate with you, don't sweat it. It wasn't meant for you at that moment. Let it go to the universe. For those returning, thank you for all your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and it truly does help the channel grow, and it does keep my mug around a while longer. And I'm really grateful to you guys. So Aries, I drew one from your energy oracle to get an overall energy. I drew, if you have a question that needs being answered, I drew one from the angel answers, and I'll answer that at the end of the reading. I also drew one from your guardian angel reading cards. They got some really good messages in that from that deck. And then for your reading, I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And then for clarifiers, I'll be using messages from your animal spirit guides. Okay, Aries, so let's get right into her. So overall energy. You received the Angel of Love in reverse, and that is the number 49 card. So Aries, when you receive this card in reverse, it's the Angel of Love could indicate a possible disconnect in matters of the heart. With this, it sometimes signifies a divorce or a separation. It can also imply an emotional rift where two people stay connected on a superficial basis, yet at a deeper level seem to be going their own ways. So the angel can also refer to an old separation. So if the longing remains alive in one partner's heart, if you find yourself unable to let go, the loving angel is telling you it's time to release any toxic or unrequited attachment that you may be holding on to. So the universe is waiting for you to free your heart and open your life to the fully present and honoring love that you so rightly deserve there, Aries. So look in the mirror and see the angel of love there with you, and know that you are worthy of this tender emotion from yourself and from others there, Aries. And you can say this affirmation with me if you'd like. I love and value myself with limitation and condition. Tender loving treatment comes to me in wonderful and unexpected ways. And you know how I look at that, I don't know if you guys are, maybe there's a few out there that are in a, you're in a relationship where shit's gotten real, and if you guys are at that point where you're thinking of walking away. I don't know, I think a lot too many people these days, they're getting married and divorce rate's so high, but everyone, when you're in a committed relationship, you're there, right? And shit ain't gonna always it's not always gonna be calm waters, right? And so things are gonna get shitty sometimes, right? That's life. But you know what? It's growing and being a better person is, it's sticking it out, and you're learning about each other. Even after 20, 30 years, you're still learning, and if you make that commitment, and if it comes to a point where you've done everything you can possibly, and you can say that to yourself, then you know what, I think the universe understands that. But if it's just a point of, well, you know what, the next best thing comes along, then I think there's karmic consequences on that, depending on how you treat that person, right? And no matter what, in any breakup, there's going to be someone's going to be hurt, right? It's inevitable, but you can do it in a classy way, and with care, like you were with that person, you did care about them, so why hurt them, right? So yeah, I just think that if more people stuck it out, and the sanctity of marriage isn't what it used to be, and yeah, I think we need to get back to that, and that's what we're here in life for, is to learn lessons, but to build as a collective. And when you meet your partner, like, love is what your ultimate higher self is, right? Pure love. And you have to go through those steps, and so yeah, anyways, I'll quit yapping here, Aries, and we'll get it right into your reading. So I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for your tarot and your animal spirit guides for the clarifiers. We're doing a 5 card spread. And yeah, so we'll get started right away. So I'll throw this bad boy over here there, Aries, okay? And then the first position in the 5 card spread is your current situation there, Aries. And you receive the Healing Begins card. How ironic, eh? And that's the number 6 card there, Aries. Hopefully you can see that all right. So the energies around you now are guiding you toward a better place concerning dealings of the heart there, Aries. These energies bring new information, new ideas, and new people to you. So they will assist you in evaluating your current situation and help you improve it. So Aries, even good situations can be made better. So, ask yourself, what are your hopes and your dreams around your relationships? And be comforted by that you're being moved in the right direction right now there, Aries, okay? The universe is behind you, so this is a time of healing too, a time to let go of past issues and move steadily forward. So better times are just around the corner, Aries. The letting go may include it may include difficult relationships, the need to control, the fear of being alone, or anything else that's causing stress or unhappiness. And by releasing them, Aries, you free yourself to embrace the supportive energy around you. So allow it to carry you onward and let the healing begin there, Aries, okay? So for a clarifier for your Healing Begins card, you receive the gorilla. So it says, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Okay? So, the bond between family members can gradually decay and becomes stifled unless it's continually nourished with loving attention. And one of the simplest yet most elegant ways of showing that attention, Aries, is to listen compassionately to those you care about the most. So otherwise, you risk taking them for granted and assuming that they'll always be there and that they know that you love them, right? And so take the time to have a conversation, and starting with relatively superficial topics, then moving into more in-depth personal themes, adding your own tidbits, but primarily focusing on what the other person has to say. So show your spouse or your partner, your children, your parents or elders or your love by listening and really hearing what they have to say about how they feel and what they think. So this not only generates a deeper, more lasting affection between you and the other person, but it far exceeds just saying I love you with no real feeling behind it. So people are constantly changing and evolving and adding new experiences and insights. So who someone is today, while built on a foundation of core self, changes and continually elaborating on their core self. So find the newness and freshness in those you love, and which includes both your biological and marital families, as well as your close friends whom you've informally adopted as family. And a lot of times, that is, and I even find myself doing it as well. Is you're someone's trying to talk to you, or they're trying to reach out to you, and we're either off in La La Land, or we're playing on our phone, or we're watching TV or this or that, and just taking that couple minutes or whatever time it is to put aside for someone you care about, to sit down and just look at them in the eye and just give them your full attention and listen to what they're saying without speaking, right? You're not there to solve their issues or this or that, but you're there to listen to them, because sometimes they just want to vent or this or that, right? So when you show that compassion, it not only it helps them and heals them in ways, but it also helps and heals yourself and makes your bond between that person a lot more more solid, right? So yeah, I think a lot of people need to do that. We get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that we forget what life's all about, and that's your family and your friends, and you know your that's your blood, that's your people that you love, your soulmates, right? So take some time to show that person, right? And it's just not I love you, and words mean shit if there's no heart behind it, right? And it's like I heard a story where when you person goes and you can only say sorry so many times, and then this person was like throw a plate against the floor, and it breaks all over the floor, and now say sorry to it. Is it gonna heal it back together, mend it back together, right? I thought it was a good analogy. So anyways, yeah. Okay, guys. So the second position in your 5 card spread is your desires of the situation. I'll throw this bad boy over here. I'm just gonna take a quick drink here, guys. So for your desires, there, Aries, you received the detached card. Okay, and that's the number 11 card. Hopefully, you guys can see that all right. So, Aries, sometimes our ego prevents us from seeing events clearly. So, it's time to detach emotionally from a relationship or a situation so that you can step back and reevaluate. Reflect upon how the relationship is working and ask yourself, is it satisfying? What role do you play in its harmony or disharmony? Aries. So, an honest appraisal is required in order to gain clarity and help you better understand what might need to be done to improve this relationship. Um, so this is true even if the relationship is already a good one, right? So it's important to accept that your previous actions, your decisions, and beliefs have led you to your current situation. So whether it's pleasant or difficult, Aries, we do steer the course of our lives, although often without conscious intent. So by assessing your situation and accepting responsibility for it, you're able to free yourself from the need to blame another person or destiny, and then there's no guilt associated with it. So only clarity and empowerment. So once you've detached yourself, Aries, from and examined the relationship or lack of relationship or other matters of the heart, you're in a better position to decide what your next step might be. So remember that the detached card knows no egos, Aries. So decisions arrived as a result of drawing this card must be fair, balanced for everyone involved. Okay, so you can say this affirmation with me if you'd like. I accept the role I play in creating my relationship and my life. And I was told one time that if when you're criticizing someone else, or say you're with your partner there and there's something that you don't like that they're doing or whatever it is, right? Um, I was at a standstill at one point, and person said to me, "Well, usually when there's something you're upset about that your partner with, where you're criticizing them, well, this or this or that, it's actually something that you need to deal with inside of you." And I was like, "That's bullshit," right? But then I actually I sat there and got honest and thought about it, and just journaled a few things down, and when I looked at it on paper, I was like, holy shit, right? And that was a big step for me, and it I think it made me not only a better companion, but a better person, right? And it's before you're able to judge others, you got to be able to judge yourself as well, right? So okay, Aries. So for a clarifier on your the detached card there, you received the spider. And it says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So the pulse of creativity there, Aries, is especially strong right now. So triggering a not unfamiliar, compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. So whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imagination of your fertile mind, Each day, sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph, just write whatever wants to be written through you. So, to inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. So, start by describing a personal experience, one where you gain some insight that may also be useful for others. So, however, don't focus on how people respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself. And write to express, not to impress their areas, okay? So, in attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted either with others' needs for your time and attention, or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgment and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. So, a powerful way to release these habitual and self limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in story form. So, as you do, don't hold back anything. And through such a catharsis, you heal those words that had originally wounded you, right? And yeah, like I can't I wasn't so much for journaling or writing things down, but I'm one of those people where I had to fall on my face 1,000 times, and I gotta break every bone and cripple myself and be at the absolute bottom because ego driven. And then when I finally wave the white flag, I do the things that I don't like to do, right? And that's what usually it is. But yeah, when you write shit down and it it's when you actually see it and read it on paper, I don't know if it processes through a different part of the brain, or yeah, maybe you're seeing it in third person because right, you know what I mean. I don't know, but I don't know. I guess I got to the point where I was willing to try anything, right, just because I wanted to be a better person, and you know whatever knowledge or way. I was willing to try to do anything, right? I just didn't like the way my life was going. So, yeah, to each their own, right? Different strokes for different folks. So, yeah, it's, it's an idea that you could try out there, Aries. Okay, guys. So for your third position in the five card spread is your helpful messages for the situation. We'll throw these bad boys over here. And you received the number 4 card, opportunity beckons. So often in affairs of the heart there, Aries, you may become complacent, even bored with what you have. So you forget to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. So if you've been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may be disillusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. So your enthusiasm diminishes, and you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce the relationship. So the same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship there, Aries. So now is not the time for complacency. This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve on what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. So lift your spirits up, Aries, and look for the opportunity that will present itself, and then act there, Aries. All right, right. And I always say a little less bullshit, a little more work, right? so, so yeah, Aries. So we'll get a clarifier for your opportunity beckons, and you received the octopus, and it says practice shape shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. So to become adept in shape shifting there, Aries, it's necessary to remain flexible and resilient and be willing to practice different identities by altering your way of dressing, your hairstyle, your demeanor, and your mannerism. So particularly focus on your body language and voice qualities. Experiment by first making small changes in any of these aspects and watch what happens. So you can also become skilled in modifying your aura, so the energy field around you. So by intentionally contacting and expanding it. So when you practice these things, sometimes even your friends won't recognize you. You can even get so good at camouflage that you become invisible to others. Everyone has numerous personas through which they operate, and you're no different, Aries. It's a matter of being conscious of those personas and modifying them through the art of shape-shifting, right? Just like actors do, study other people and notice their mannerisms, their clothing styles, and how they walk and carry themselves. So observe animals and their behaviors and try to mimic them. Developing this ability, Aries, can improve, will help you more readily adapt to the various situations you encounter, thus enabling you to deal with them more effectively. So let yourself be an actor in your everyday life and have fun with it, right? Just remember who you are at the core, Aries, right? And yeah, that when you get into after I've been doing tarot for a while, I started reading on um, magic, right? And not just, but with magic is it's manipulating energy and your doing your chakras and meditation and if you've never tried meditating, like I had a real difficult time, and like, am I doing this right? And they're always saying be quiet, and I'd be like, well, am I doing this right? Should I be thinking this, or shouldn't I be seeing something? Shouldn't I be hearing something? And then I read a book, um, and about this guy. He got charged for triple murder, and he ended up on death row, and he was innocent. Anywho, he got out, and he talks about how he through meditation how he survived some of like the roughest prisons in the United States, and being a death row inmate, right? And just like weeks before he was going to be sentenced to death, he got found not guilty. Through That's when DNA came out, and just the power of manifestation. And it's just really, it was an intriguing book, and it yeah, I guess what I've been trying to do and practice a lot is everything I thought I knew. I've been trying to. I know there's more out there. It's just not talked about, and well, it is talked about, but and it's starting to take. More people are talking about it, but it's just believing that maybe not everything you're told is true, right? Ask questions, and why can't things be a lot different just because certain people say that they have to be this way, right? So yeah, and I think people are evolving, and we're starting to question things, and it's good to see, right? And I think the world's changing, and then the world changes like that together. I think it'll be a better place, that's for sure. Okay, guys, so I keep babbling on here. I'm just gonna have a quick drink here. So for your the fourth position in the 5 card spread is your challenges of the situation. We'll throw these bad boys over here, and you received the success and growth card, and that's the number 8 card there, Aries. So the energy of oh shit. Sorry, guys. The energy of manifestation is around you at this time, Aries, and you're being moved forward in a positive way. So stay focused on your heart. When you receive this card, success is at hand, and it may happen quickly. So your past efforts are being rewarded. So this is a time of new flourishing relationships and successful resolutions to conflict and struggle there, Aries. So this is also an ideal period for greater understanding and personal growth there, Aries. So listen expectantly for messages that will help you see yourself and others in a fresh and positive light. So these messages can come from anywhere, your spirit guides, nature, animals, books, even a time a television program, right? So they bring new beliefs about love and what is possible. So old ways of thinking and being are coming to an end, Aries. Plant these new ideas as seeds and watch them take root and grow there, Aries. Okay, so for a clarifier there, Aries, for your success and growth, you received the grouse, and it says, express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Okay, so Your first experience of life varies in a physical body was the rhythm and movement, the vibration of your mother's heartbeat in her voice, the pulsing of her breathing, and the fluid movement of the placenta see that enveloped you. So you would flow with the harmony or disharmony of her moods and her movements, right? So if you've ever tried drumming or any percussion, dancing, or the two together, you know that they touch something very deep and ancient in us, something tribal, a deep chord of being where spirit and body coincide. So rhythm and movement draw out sensual expression and merge with the sensuous world around you. So by allowing yourself to surrender to the pulse of whatever rhythm is guiding you, Aries, you connect more completely to your body. So when you engage in some form of rhythmic dance on a regular basis, you feel more relaxed and in the flow of life. So doing so can also recreate and tap into the sensations you felt in the womb, revisiting that place of no thought where the movement moves you effortlessly. So cut loose and enjoy yourself, Aries. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? And it's all goes back to what when we're kids, what when we're born and we're kids, we are pure love, right? You know what, we don't have no bad habits, no nothing. And unfortunately, it's what happens is where we learned bad habits, we learn these things. We do have choices, but um we got it all wrong. Right? And we come into this world pure, and I don't it's we got to get back to how do we keep our kids pure. And and I guess that's learning from our mistakes, and breaking those old family cycles and stuff like that, right? And it's yeah, like, I think a lot of times we just gotten too greedy. And I think back to like my grandma, and it's like she just had hands of leather, but she was like my best friend in the whole entire world, just an amazing woman. And but she lived simple, right? And her family was important, and just everyone took care of each other. You took care of your neighbor. And she had no running water. And but it was the bond between family and neighbor, and everyone was everyone helped each other, right? And that's unfortunately we've lost that, right? With technology and people getting sidetracked. And everyone's the more you're out for yourself, the more you lose touch with that. And so I say go back to being a kid. And what, go run in a field, or go do something stupid that makes you feel like that. And you'll be amazed what just the memory and of doing something like that, how it liberates you. And it purifies the soul a little bit, right? There's times to be serious, but what, there's also times to you know just be stupid. And get a little crazy and have some fun, right? And yeah, and I think every now and then a person's got to do that, right? Okay, guys. So, what do we got now here? Your fifth position in the five card spread is your outcome of the situation. So we'll throw these bad boys over here, Aries. And you received the Master card, and that's the number 15 card. You can see that, all right? So fear and doubt often prevent a relationship from flowering or from manifesting their, Aries. So in matters of the heart, they can restrict and confine. So they prevent you from opening to the joy and love that's waiting for you. So a fearful heart closes in upon itself and sees only negativity and doubt. So your fears can even make you question your own value, causing you to wonder whether you're worthy of being loved or if you'll ever find love. So these thoughts, Aries, if not controlled, will manifest more of the same and continue in a never-ending destructive cycle, right? So it's time to take action there, Aries. To master your fears, you must first identify them. So ask yourself, what fears about love have you allowed yourself to believe? Are you concerned about being unlovable? Are you uneasy about giving up your freedom in order to be in a relationship? So, do you find it difficult to speak up about your needs and ask that they be met in your relationship? So, Aries, sit quietly and uncover what may be holding you back. By the very act of facing your fears, you will recognize them for the deceptions that they are, and you will discover the power to master and eliminate them. So, the absence of fear is unconditional love there, Aries. So, please take some time to look at your fears and doubts so you can release them. And this will free you to manifest joyful and loving relationships. And know that you can have the relationship you desire, Aries. So act now to release your fears and open your heart there, Aries. So for an affirmation, you can say this with me if you like. I now release my fears and open fully to a loving relationship with myself and with others. And so it is. Okay, so we'll get a clarifier on the MasterCard there, Aries, okay? And what was I gonna say? Yeah, sorry, brain fart there. So for the MasterCard, you received the Meek Rat, and it says, get support from a trusted group or like-minded friends. How fitting, eh? Okay, Aries, so the people in your life would love to defer to offer their support to you. So your only job is to receive it, and indeed, you need to sometimes even ask for it, Aries. So those whom you feel closest to and trust the most are the individuals you can rely on to be there for you, Aries. So especially when you really need it. So people are dealing with dire illnesses or have the support of friends and family. They usually fare off far better. Um, they usually end up they they fare off far better, right? Certainly you don't need to experience such an extreme situation to take advantage of the love and care that others have to offer you. But yeah, when they say that in the cancer clinics, and when your family's there and everyone's together, I guess it's all about the energy, right? And you're manipulating energy, and you're and positive affirmations, and when you get a group of people together and you're manifesting in a positive way, and I call it the no stinking thinking, right? And it's huge, man. Like, I can't even explain when even it's not so much it's not only just your words, but it's your thoughts, right? And then that's the hardest thing to change. But if you can consciously be aware of it, and then you start to try to do that, you'll be freaking amazed at the things that will change into your life, and I mean right quickly. So you know what, Aries, write down a list of names of people you trust the most, and then go back through it and identify 3 traits in each of these individuals that make you trust them. When you're finished, you'll not only have a good idea of the qualities in those you rely on, but also a clear notion of the characteristics that make a person trustworthy in your eyes. So I'm sure you've been burned or disappointed at one time or another when you've trusted someone and were let down or betrayed. Everyone has experienced this, Aries. So now you may be afraid that if you let others in and count on them for support, something similar might happen. So those memories, consciously or subconsciously, will not only filter out any chance of being disappointed or hurt, but Aries, it will also serve to keep others who are trustworthy at a distance there, Aries, okay? So look under that filter and listen to what your gut instinct tells you about a particular individual. And, ask, how do they match up with the list of characteristics you find trustworthy? And then, take a leap of faith, take a chance, and let yourself really receive love and support there, Aries, okay? And so it is. Okay, Aries, so that's it for your reading. We'll throw this bad boy over here. Like I said in the beginning, if you had a question that needed answered, I'd answer it at the end of the reading with your angel answers. So the answer to your question, Aries, is abundance. So Aries, when you get this card, it's basically saying that great abundance will find its way to your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing you a sense of security about the future. And your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. So Abundance is not always financial in nature there, Aries. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. So this card can also reflect an inflow of any of these types of treasures into your life. So you know what, Aries, open your arms to heaven and to receive the gratitude that which you deserve there, Aries. And so it is. Okay, guys, so last but not least, I drew one from your guardian angel reading cards. Okay, we'll throw this bad boy over here. And you received the angel of procrastination, and that's the number 27 card there, Aries. Okay, so you have the focus and the clarity to get the job done. So begin it now there, Aries. Okay, so you received this card because your angel of procrastination heard your pleas for assistance. So what is it that is stopping you from achieving your goals there, Aries? What do you doubt that you have? Why do you doubt that you have all that you need to finish the job? So are you fearful that you don't have what it takes to reach the finish line? So at times of procrastination, we can experience a lack of focus and clarity. So your mind can become muddled and confused, and time can become your enemy there, Aries. So ask yourself, are you easily distracted? Are you accumulating clutter within your home and your workspace? So if are you lacking the energy to get things done? So if you answer yes to any of those, it's time to call in your angel of procrastination. And they're not here. The angel of procrastination isn't here to judge or chastise you. He is here to motivate you and show you ways to restore your natural state of peace. Our outside environment is a reflection of our inner state of mind. So if you're feeling frustrated, cluttered, or overwhelmed and depressed, don't despair. Your angel procrastination wants to help you to release any feelings that you have about yourself or your situation. Instead, wants you to take some time out and get away from the issue you are procrastinating about. So go outside and take a short walk, Aries, to change your focus. If you can't physically go outside, then sit quietly and close your eyes and start counting from 10 to 1. As you say each number in your mind, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, focus on clearing the issue that is causing you to procrastinate. So as you begin to feel calmer and more focused, ask your angel of procrastination to show you ways to get back on track. Visualize the feeling of how great you feel when you're finished the project. Clear the clutter. Finish your exams and begin for your new journey there, Aries. So know in your heart that your angel of procrastination will support you in needs of time. Okay? So for an affirmation, you can say this if you'd like. I am focused, motivated, and energetic. I utilize my time efficiently to achieve my goals, and so it is. And when I draw those cards from the angel reading cards, I just read them to you guys so you know that. Okay, Aries, so that's it for your reading there. Like I said in the beginning, if something didn't resonate with you, don't sweat it. It wasn't meant for you at that moment. Let it go to the universe. And please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It does truly help the channel grow, and I truly do appreciate it, and it really does keep my mug around a while longer. And the only reason why I'm still around is because of you guys. So you know what, I'm really grateful because you know what, I know you guys are helping me on my journey, and I hope that I'm even if it's only one or two things I say out of the reading, if something that you can take home and resonate with that maybe helps you for that day or down the road, I'm grateful to be able to do that, and it's kind of an honor for me. So okay, so I'm going to check out your numbers here there, Aries, and then what we got here? So we got 2 4s and 2 6s there, Aries. So maybe you want to check check into that, Google that, those two numbers, maybe 2 6s, 2 4s. Maybe there's some significant message in there for you, or maybe it's something you'll resonate with today or tomorrow, or down the road, who knows? Or maybe you'll start seeing 6s and 4s, or you have been, right? So maybe it's your spirit guides or your ancestors reaching out to you, trying to give you messages. Okay, guys, so thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking out the channel. And Aries, be kind to others and Aries, also be especially kind to yourself. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for coming out, and namaste. We'll see you guys again soon.